Hi, everybody. I'm Eddie G. This is Base Showcase, and that's right.
Whoop, whoop.
We have Ian with Ian here today. Oh
What's going
boy,
on,
this is
everyone?
exciting. We have Ian with Ian here as our final guest for season one of Who Likes to Collect the podcast. Look, Ian, Nikita wants to say hi.
They say you save the
Nikita wants
best
to
for last.
say hi. Look, what happened? What happened? There
Very
we go.
cool.
She knows that you have cat as well. There we go.
My cat just came in and then walked right out. It's like, oh no.
So this is episode 16. It is the final episode of season one for Who Likes to Collect. This is the very first podcast series that I have ran here on this channel. I've never had a podcast series like this before. I am on another podcast, which is on Son of a Merc's channel. That's the Beyond the Binder podcast series. It's every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We did recently get a CTR rate on there, so that was pretty fun. But this is, my own thing that I've tackled here. We've had a ton of guests. You are the 16th individual that we have here on the show. Every individual that comes on is an important pillar of this community, whether it's important to me on a personal level or whether it's important to the community in a broad spectrum because of maybe events that they're involved in. Wink, wink. Little card party swag right here. But yes, Ian with Ian is an amazing individual, not only for me, but also for Y. So a lot of you here on this channel know that Bays, B, E, Y, and S were four individuals. Ian has had the pleasure of meeting Y personally, and his lady has also met Y in person. So we all know each other. Whenever we go to events, me and Y down in the San Diego area, and we happen to bump into Ian and the rest of his family, we always get to greet each other, say hello, and it's a total blast. This is like literally history in the making. Ian, would you want to kick this off? Let people know where you are, what type of content you run, and maybe what type of events you might be going to pretty soon. Again, card party.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me on. First of all, thanks for the invitation and always happy to collaborate. We got Nos
Yep,
sponsor this
NOS
man.
energy for today.
Again, thank you for the invite. It's always good to collaborate with other creators in the space, whether it be at in-person events or
Mhm.
on a live stream podcast like this. So, thank you.
We
I
have
never thought
also
that.
We
Yeah,
have also collabed in person. Remember at Slim
yeah,
Scripts? We filmed some pack battles involving you, your son, and myself. So we have
yeah.
had, like you said, in person, and this is our very first online collab. Correct? We haven't done anything like this before.
This is correct, I believe. Yeah, yeah. So again, thank you. And yeah, I'm Ian with Ian. So I'm the other half of Ian. Ian is little Ian. He's my son. He's
Mhm.
11. He's not so little anymore, but that's how we started the channel. It's just ripping packs as father and son. And we didn't imagine that we'd be at the level where we are, not in terms of our channel growth, but in terms of how involved we are with the community. The channel has been a little silent for the past month or two. We moved into a new
Mhm.
home. I've been busy on another channel. You might recognize the name Deep Pocket Monsters. I am one of the editors and cameraman on that channel. So I'm not gone, and I'm still working and still participating. It's just our channel is kind of a taking a sleeper, but we will return with some great content. So it's just getting everything lined up. And we do have Card Party coming up at the end of
Mhm.
June, which is next month. And as you can see by the swag that we are donning today, if you haven't got your tickets, I highly encourage you to get them. You'll be able to meet so many of your favorite Poke creators. Not everyone who's a Poke creator will be going, but
Mhm.
you'll have fun. And it's called Card Party for a reason. It's not a collecticon, it's more than a convention. You meet Pat, you can meet me, you can meet Bay, you can
Mhm.
meet so many other people. And that you're going, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not going this
Never
year.
mind, you cannot be Bay.
I was there first year and the second year, so I did get to meet a lot of people there. I was heavily involved. Well, a little more involved the second year. The first year I was more there as a fan. It wasn't so much as a creator because the channel was barely getting started. Although I did get a lot of footage and stuff. Last year I did go as a creator. I was one of the attending creators for the event, so that was a total blast. And not just that, also coming out in the Chad Gigabinder series right before the event. That was like, whoa, like I felt like a little mini celebrity. I just gotta say that. I really gotta say that.
Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, it's just an honor to be here on your channel. I can see your chat going on. We got fella Chris, Pokey Price, Marquette, and
Yeah.
iFOMO. Appreciate you guys attending. So
We
yeah,
got
that's
Team
that's
Pokemon,
us.
William Hill. We've got a bunch of the people that I do recognize here. Fellow Chris, by the way, Fellow Chris was there for Card Party 1, wasn't he? Or am I mistaken?
I believe
I
so. I
think he
believe it
was
was
there
it
for Card
was in
Party 1.
California, and he's part of the
Yeah.
Cali gang.
Yeah. Fellow Chris, how's it going? Big shout out to Fellow
Ah,
Chris.
the
Fellow Chris was
OG.
actually a previous guest for this podcast. So Fellow Chris in the crowd. iFOMO was a previous guest here on the channel.
Pressure's
So
on for me. Geez, so
yep.
many greats before me.
Yeah. But let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. And Fellow Chris did confirm, yes, he was there, had to make it. Um, for you, Ian, this is a question for Big Ian because little Ian is not here with us. So most of these
He's in
questions
school.
will be directed towards you.
Cool.
What started your collecting journey? That is one of the questions that I like to ask a lot of my guests. And I don't necessarily ask in what was the first Pokemon card because I know we're heavily involved in the Pokemon sphere. But here at Base Showcase, I do more than Pokemon. I mess with Labubus.
Oh
We
dear.
have Funko Pops, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana. We dabble with a little bit of everything. We even do Hot Wheels. We have other little blind box toys. These are the aliens from Toy Story. It's another little Pop Mart.
Background.
So I always ask everybody, what is the first thing that you remember way back that started your collecting journey? And keep in mind that some of my guests have answered rocks. Rocks were the first thing they collected. They were a little kid. They remembered, oh, these are nice looking rocks. I'm gonna go ahead and get each one that I come across. For me, I grew up in Mexico. That's where I was born. The first
Hmm.
few years of my life was in Mexico. So I used to like those little luchadores. They used to get from like the quarter machines, and they'd be like
Hmm.
a little plastic luchador. And I'd collect those. Those were my. It was little figurines, little cheap
Yeah.
figurines. So for you, what was the first thing that kicked off your collecting journey?
Okay, so the first things that I started collecting, I think the earliest I can remember are those like Pogs, those little discs that you would like
Ooh,
slam down, and I'd want to
yes.
collect all my favorite characters on those little things. So I would say that's the earliest memory I have of collecting something.
All right. And
Yes, rappers
um,
kick rocks.
for those, which ones were your favorite ones out of your collection? Do you
The Ninja
recall which
Turtles. Yeah, Ninja
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles? All right, let's freaking go. And so like when you were a young kid, did you grow up here in the States or did you grow up outside of the United States yourself?
Born and raised in Cali.
Born and raised in Cali.
Made
Okay.
in America.
So when you had the pogs, they were like the pogs that you would actually like go and buy. They weren't like the ones that would show up in the bags of chips, right? Like in Mexico.
Yeah, because I had family in Mexico, so we would travel down there quite a bit. So yeah, no, definitely ripping the bags. Not necessarily eating the chips. You're just in there to get the pogs.
All right. So then you know exactly what I'm talking about because that was also a portion of my childhood. You get me? I mean, just going down to Tijuana, growing up, as a kid, once we immigrated over here, we still went down to Tijuana. We went down to Mexicali a lot, like as a child, right?
Yeah.
So we'd always go and we'd go to las tienditas, and I'd be like, quiero mis rufles con queso. I would get the rufles con queso, and I'd look through the bags and I'd be like, oh, this one has the little pogs, or this one has like the little strip where you could redeem them for like a free bag of chips, or like you would get like extra pesos out of it. Like I remember there was always like neat little things that you can get inside the bags of chips or like other like snacks and stuff. That's something that
Yeah.
I don't see over here, and I'm like, this country is missing out on that.
It's probably because some kid choked on one, so now they're banned.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Some kid just went in there, didn't even look, and went, "This chip
Yeah.
tastes funny." Yeah. All right. So Pogs were the first thing. All right. That's cool because I think I had another guest previously who actually answered the same way. And they would tell me how they had like all different types of Pogs. They would have the slammers and their collection just grew and grew throughout the years. So that's pretty neat. So now moving from that as being your first collectible ever, right? Like the first thing you remember collecting. Now jumping to Pokemon. when was your first experience with Pokemon? Did you have your first experience with Pokemon when you were growing up and you were young, or was it more as an adult because your kids got involved in Pokemon?
It was when I was a kid, fourth grade. I remember Bayset came out, and people would
Ooh.
bring them over to school, and we tattletale on each other, so the teachers would confiscate the binders just because they had a card we had or we didn't have. And but my growing up with Pokemon only lasted about a year. Then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh for a little
Ooh.
bit, another year or so, and then that was it. And then I got back into it when we started the channel because my son got into it, and that sparked the memories back when I used to collect them when I was young.
Okay, okay, so that's pretty neat. So then, so you knew what it was. You were exposed to it. You knew what it was as a genre, as an intellectual property. Um, what made little Ian get into it? Because now we know little Ian got into it, right? That's who
Hmm.
got into it. And then you're like, all right, I like this. Let me get into it with you. Let's bond and
Yeah.
enjoy this together. But what made him get into it? Was he one day scrolling through the YouTubes and the Pokerep video came along, or what was it? What was the catalyst that
No,
got little
nothing
Ian
that
involved?
majestic. He really likes to collect Happy Meal toys. So whenever they refresh the
Ooh,
lineup, he likes to go and just, can we get a Happy Meal? Because he wants to collect all the toys, and
right.
especially if it's a franchise that he really loves. And this was during the time that they had the 25th anniversary packs and the Happy
Mhm.
Meal. And he got his first one, and he opened it, and it was Pokemon cards. And he'd be like, "Oh, look, puppy, it was when you were little. Do you remember these?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, those are pretty cool." And then we kind of researched a bit from there, and it's like, "Oh, let's collect them all." And I actually went crazy and went on Craigslist and
Mhm.
local sales pages to see who had them all so that we could buy them
Ni
all. And one of our earlier videos is opening like 25 McDonald's packs to try to chase down a Pikachu or something like that. So yeah, that's
doesn't
how he
it
got
just
into it.
doesn't it just feel so amazing? I know. All right, so I'm gonna do this disclaimer. I know it's dumb and it's a waste of money, but doesn't it just feel amazing to open up enough packs to pull the master set, to
Right.
pull that chase card? Like instead of
That's
just buying it, like no, I want to hunt for it. I want to open and open and
right.
open until I pull it. And when I pull it, I want to look at it and be like, it's perfect. Come to daddy.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that because I myself I love the open packs here on the channel whenever I can. I mean, it is called Base Showcase for a reason. We love to
Hmm.
showcase the openings. You've been here before. We'll showcase the whole box, all of the reading
Yeah.
material, everything. But
Right.
I love it. I know that the companies put it so much work, so much time and effort into creating these things that we enjoy. So I like to look at every single little aspect of it. If it
Yeah.
comes down to look at how they did the border, there might be little Pokemon that are like stacked up on the border or something. Every single little detail is
Hmm.
truly placed there for us, the fan, to enjoy. And speaking about every single detail placed there for us, the fan, to enjoy, we're gonna get back to you. All right, so now we know little Ian got into Pokemon. It all happened because he was chasing through those Happy Meal toys.
Yep.
You went on a little hunt. He got into it. You're like, all right, let's get into this. Let's enjoy this together. So that was how it started. Now tell us the journey from there and on. Let us know how the journey has been so far. Let us know some of the most memorable events that you have had on this journey along the way. Because even though I might know some of these stories, because I am a fan, I've been there. I've won the gauntlet.
Yes, you
um,
have.
but some of the people that watch this show, that watch this channel, they might not know you. So to them, you're probably being exposed to them for the first time ever. So whenever we're speaking here, pretend that people here in the crowd don't know you. They don't know who you are, because this will be re-uploaded and it will stay on YouTube forever. So for years and years to come, people will be exposed to you for the first time, and this will showcase you not just as a creator, but as a person, as a human being. So let them know about your road. Let them know about your journey. I'm gonna just sit back. I'm gonna stay quiet and just enjoy this show right now, story time. And I'm just gonna be kicking back. But take it over, my friend.
Awesome. So the idea to start a YouTube channel happened. It was a combination of two ideas. One was Ian. collecting Pokemon cards, my son.
Mhm.
And at that time, me and his mom had recently split. So there was turmoil there, turbulence. And so my time with him was limited. And so I wanted to really make the most of the time I had with him. And when we started opening packs together, I had been watching other YouTubers like Leon Hart, Super Duper Danny, Real Breaking Nate,
Yeah.
Deep Pocket Monster. And the idea hit me like, oh, let's just record us opening packs because that was a big part of my childhood and
Mhm.
just record it, upload it, and then just that be it. It wasn't a means to an end. It was just to enjoy opening packs. So
Mhm.
we got the camera. Our first video is in our kitchen. I think I have a piece of bird poop or something on my black shirt, but it's still up there. We're not taking it down. And our reactions from just the promos that come in an ETB or just a hollow rare, they were so genuine back then. I almost wish I could get that back because now we're just like, yeah, it's a hollow rare or whatever. But in that first video, and I'll watch it
Yep.
again every now and then because those reactions were 100% genuine. And for about 7 to 9 months, we sat at 7 subs. They were mostly family members
Mhm.
and just open in packs. If I found a pack at CVS, buy it,
Yep.
record it, upload it. uh Fusion Strike came out around that time. Buy an ETB, rip it open, it's whatever. And I'd buy it on eBay because I didn't know where you could buy them. And I had not been involved in the community until Leonhardt's pop-up shop, which was, I believe it was 2022,
That's the one you
21.
made a video on where you guys went to it?
Yeah,
Ah,
so
I saw that
so
video.
we
That's one of the
we
first
were
videos I saw of yours. It
nice.
is.
Yeah, because we were about to quit, or I was about to quit because it was getting harder and harder to have little Ian in a video, and then I was just buying stuff, and I didn't see growth in the channel, and then he'd start to get into other things outside of Pokemon. And so I was at the verge, and then there was an announcement made that Leonhard was hosting an event in Dallas, Texas in January. I was like, oh, my birthday's in January. Let's do a father and son trip. And we've never done one before. Well, that's a lie. We went to New York, but this was before all that. And so this was the first one that was channel related. And we flew out to Dallas and we had no expectations. It was just us. We both dressed up as Ash and we went to the
Mhm.
event. We had a great time. We got really lucky. Someone in VIP gave us their VIP pass because they didn't want to wait in line.
I saw
And little
that.
Ian was able to open a base set 2 pack and he pulled a hollow Clefairy. And the one thing that happened there that has laid the foundation up to this point was we bumped into Pat Flynn of Deep Pocket
Mhm.
Monster, and we were both recording at the same time, and we literally bumped into each other. And Pat gave me an Charizard. Um, it was a Japanese Charizard V, I believe. It was a Brilliant Stars equivalent. And from there on, I told Pat, "Hey, we have a YouTube channel," and he's like, "Oh, what's the name? I'll look it up." And gave him the name of it, and we kept in contact ever since. And he'd be in and out of the community. He'd come to local shops, and that kind of gave us that spark again. We kept buying more product and
Mhm.
uh, posting videos, and then we started getting into live streaming, and that was a lot of fun because I was scared at first. Like, how do you do this live streaming thing? Our first live stream, the audio is like
So
20
was I.
seconds delayed and everything, and didn't know how to get this thing going. And then it's just, you do something, it doesn't work out, you fix something about it and you do it again and you keep on
Mhm.
improving. And I get this from Pat. It's like, if you can improve 1% of something, that's the road to a constant evolution of whatever it is you're doing. And we just kept doing our thing, live streaming, growing, and we would slowly climb up because had I
Mhm.
known that there's this whole community on YouTube that if you become a part of it, they will embrace you. And that's what we
Yep.
did. And then Card Party was announced, and me and Pat found out we lived in the same city, and we're like, "What? No way!" And I'm like, "Yeah." We're like, "What? Let's do something." And I
Yep.
was like, "Okay." And we actually did his first collab video on his channel was me and my son, little Ian, and then Pat and his daughter Kai. We were in a mall looking for people wearing Pokemon apparel, and we were battling for a booster box. So that was a lot of fun, and that
Nice.
just further cemented our relationship as friends. And from there, again, kept doing our thing. And that's when I started doing the WithIans of the Galaxy trailers, and that actually piqued the interest of Dan, the producer of Deep Pocket Monster. And we got into touch on about the channel, a Deep Pocket Monster channel, and they
Mhm.
asked me if I'd be interested in helping them not only shoot video for them since I lived in the same city, but also editing for the channel. And I said, yeah. So they gave me a little trial run, and I exceeded. I guess I'm only saying that because I'm still on the channel, and I've been part of the Deep Pocket Monster crew, and that's the gold play button when Deep Pocket Monster passed 1 million subs, and he was kind enough to send me a copy. So that's not for you at the end, but it is nice to have that and knowing that I'm part of the team there. We're only going to use the skills that we've acquired here to grow Ian with Ian. And two card parties later, I proposed at the second card party in front of, I think it was about 2,000 people or so. So
Yes,
that
and
was
I
a lot
caught
of
it on
fun.
video. I
Yeah, a
caught it
lot
on
of people
video.
caught it
Yeah.
on video, and so I need to do like a big old mashup of all the footage. But had I not joined the Pokemon community on YouTube, had I not decided to just shoot video with my son in the kitchen, it's crazy to think about where we'd be. Because honestly, it's hard to imagine another life unlike this. So
It
really grateful to be a part of this. So yeah, that's our journey, and we have two card parties coming up this year. I'll be at both of them, and we're only looking to grow and looking forward to exciting times from here.
Awesome, awesome. That's an amazing recap. I honestly can't think of a better recap right there for the journey so far. So touching on a couple of those points, I did mention in my description that you're one of the best damn editors I know.
Oh, stop.
And one of the things that always comes to mind, all right, with the ends of the galaxy. I literally say it by name right here in the description of this title. With the ends of the galaxy, it is by far one of the most visually appealing things that I have seen from a content creator that I personally know on YouTube. And you do got to keep in mind that yes, I do know Pat as well because I've interacted with y'all. You get me? I do know PokeRev as well because I've interacted with them, on YouTube as well. But I still think that with the ends of the galaxy, what you do with that, volume one, volume two, and you did release the third one, correct? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. You
The
finished it though. You did finish it.
No.
No, you didn't finish filming it.
Oh, the filming, yeah, filming's
Okay,
done.
because I
Yeah,
remember you had put out like an update
there's
on
a
it.
there's a
So
teaser trailer at the end of one of our recent videos.
okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. All right.
Yeah.
But all right. So everybody, there's a third one coming out. But volume one and volume two, they are out. They're still currently up on your channel.
Yep.
If anyone wants to fact check me, go check out Ian with Ian. Subscribe and check out those two videos. You're gonna thank me later, and you're gonna ask yourself, why the hell didn't I subscribe beforehand? You get me? Dude, those are just amazing, man. You involve several other creators. You
Yes.
utilize the storyline, the plot of something that we can all tie into. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, one of the biggest franchises of all freaking time, and one of my favorite, because yes, I'm a little nerd. Dude,
God.
tell us how that came to fruition. How did you come up with the idea with the Instant of the Galaxy? How did that evolve? How has it changed? And damn it, will there be another volume after volume three? Like, oh, I got so many questions on this. Let's dive into you, your editing skills, how they started, and how they've continued to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. PokePrize hashtag that gang. Just want to shout you out in the chat there. PokeJack, I see you.
I do see
Yeah.
I do see everybody, by the way. I haven't been talking to chat just because I don't want to cut you off, Ian. I
No, you're
usually
good.
talk a lot with chat, but whenever I do have a guest here, I kind of don't interact with chat as much just because chat, I am focusing on the guest. This is to make the guest shine and excel. This is not about me today. Today, I'm just the host, I'm just the platform. Ian with Ian is the start of night. So, chat, don't think I'm ignoring you. I do see your messages and I am reading everything. So Pokejack, I do see you. And hi air, because you know you like it when I say it that way. We're gonna go ahead and take another blinky blinky right now for chat. But yes, Ian, sorry for cutting you off. I just had to
No, you're good.
let chat know real quick.
Yeah, so the idea for Withians of the Galaxy, I have been into filmmaking since I was 16, and I was always interested in the idea of getting people from different circles involved in something. So I actually made a 50-minute video movie, and it's on YouTube, but it's not on the Ian with Ian channel. Of people from like the jocks, the socials, the nerds, the like all sorts of circles in high school, and I put them in a movie.
Oh,
And so now that was doing the YouTube stuff, and I don't want to rip packs forever on the channel, and that's why we didn't call it like Pokey Ian or anything with Pokey in it. We didn't want
hmm
it to be limited to just Pokemon. So it's Ian with Ian. And when the channel started 4 years ago, Ian was 6 or 7, and now he's going to be 12 later this year. And so his interests have definitely changed, and I'm just trying to keep up with him.
yeah.
And I wanted to do something that was away from cards, but still related to the community. And I thought of, well, the content creators themselves, from small to large content creators. So the first one was about, hey, let me hit up a bunch of people. Fellow Chris is in the first
hmm
one as well.
hmm
So I hit up a bunch of people, and Pat's in
And
the first one, but I didn't ask him to be in it. I just took a snippet from his live stream when there was an earthquake,
hmm
and so I just
and I
did like
think
an effect. Yeah,
you had Pidgey Boys. Brr, brr. Were they
Pidgey
in the
Boys
first
were in
one?
it. Yeah, there's so many people, it's
Yeah.
hard to keep track of sometimes. But we were at Slim's Rips was the main location for it, and I started getting my feet into 3D modeling and
Mhm.
CGI. So we got
Yeah.
dragons, we have people with superpowers, and so
Yep.
it was just a lot of fun to like people were excited when I'm saying, "Hey, do you want to be in this?" And like, "Yeah, let's do it." I'm like, "Cool, awesome." And even with the music videos on the channel, I'm like a 2 out of 10 singer, but they're just loads of fun to get other content creators involved, and it's amazing how they're just down to be a part of it. And so that was the idea. Is like, oh, let me get people as big as Deep Pocket Monster and people as small as like us at the time, and just put them all together, give them a cool title name on the
Mhm.
screen with some music that I do pay the license for, so that
Okay.
we don't get
Yeah.
copyright claimed or anything like that. And then the second one, I was like, well, there's 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Let's make a second one. And we
hmm
just evolved from there. And now we're at the tail end of volume 3, which if I can find my darn hard drive, because since we moved, I haven't been able to find it. And that's where all the files are for that.
I know what
But
that's like, brother.
yeah,
Because I moved earlier in the year as well, so I totally get you. You put it away somewhere, you move everything, and you're like, it ain't there no more.
yeah. So once I find it, I just gotta do a couple of VFX shots and slap on the music, and with volume 3 will be out hopefully before Card Party. That's the goal. That way when I go to Card Party I can just relax and all that stuff. So once we get our bearings down, we'll make sure to get that released to you, because I actually don't want to do anything on the channel until that's released. I want to
Ooh,
go live. I don't I might do a short here or there, but I
okay.
want to release that and then get back into the channel.
Okay, so that'll be like the big return, right? It'll
Yeah,
be boom, WithIans of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then maybe a live stream right after with a gauntlet.
with the
I'm just
gauntlet.
saying.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
just
Gauntlet's a
saying.
fan favorite.
Dude, I fucking love the gauntlet. I won the gauntlet twice in one
Yeah.
stream before.
You use the time stone, you reverse time, and then you want it again.
Yes. But yeah, that gauntlet, dude. Tell people about the gauntlet game. Tell them about a few of the games that you run. But I mean, the gauntlet is that's like by far my favorite. I'm gonna be straight up.
Yeah. So when we were just starting out live streaming, I started learning how to keep people entertained and keep people on your channel. So I just kind of copied what other people were doing at the time. We did the wheel, we did duck races. There was a time we did duck
Mhm,
races. We did like find the card or something like that, a match 3 or whatever.
mhm.
And
Give me a second.
then yeah,
I'm gonna turn off my mic while you're speaking because it sounds like the gardeners are outside right now, so I don't want it to pick up noise. But
cool.
go ahead.
Um, where was I? Oh yeah, so and I'm a big fan of Marvel, and Endgame was going on at the time, I believe, and so it's like, okay, how can I incorporate these things that I love, Pokemon and Marvel? And so I just Googled Pokemon Marvel, and there's some great artists who have combined like the two. There's like a Pikachu and Iron Man suit, and same with Bulbasaur and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, what if you did this and you match 3, but then you find 3, and there's like an ongoing stack that just keeps growing and growing. And then basically that is the Gauntlet. So the Gauntlet's a game that I have on our live streams where it was a pay to play at the beginning. but then there was some behind the scenes shenanigans. So it's a free to play game, and where everyone in the live stream can join. So it's most live streams you have to type in like a hashtag raffle or giveaway or whatever, and then you're randomly selected from that pool. In this game, you join everyone in chat joins a line. They join a queue, and we just go through that queue in order. And for every turn, there's a big old I have a ETB box of cards, and I just randomly pull out three. And the goal of the game is to get three reverse hollows. If you can pull three reverse hollows out of that box, then you win the stack of prize cards. Now, the prize cards can vary throughout the game because it grows as the game goes along. So in that box, there's reverse hollows, there's hits, there's energy cards, and each card has a role. So if no one pulls a reverse and that I'm just pulling hits and energies, then the hits get put into the prize stack, and the hits can range from a hollow, rare to V stars, V maxes, golds, whatever, and that's how the game goes until someone can pull all three reverses. And sometimes there's games where no one pulls it, but it's just a lot of fun. You get a lot of good banter in the chat. Who's Marvel, who's DC, or who's this character, who's that character. We have energy stones. I've turned the energy cards of Pokemon into energy stones, so they have a role to play as well. It's a very complicated game to explain, and it's especially for first timers, but once you like see it in live, you pick it up really quick, and it's a really fun game.
I do have to say from experience, he is right. It does sound like there's a lot going on, but once you play and you're there, when your spot is up, he's gonna call your name out. When you're playing, he's literally gonna tell you what's going on as it happens. So it's gonna be super easy to catch on for anybody that joins for their first time. I do got to say that from experience.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
answer the question in Poke Price. He says, would a premiere of WithIans of the Galaxy Volume 3 at CP3 be out of the question? I don't know. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'll have to ask the higher ups of the card party team to do a premiere of. That'd be cool. No, no, no lie. That'd be cool. I'm gonna write that down.
and
Thank
then
you, Poke Price.
I see Zach. Love these interview streams. Great work as always. Appreciate that very, very much. This is the 16th and final episode of season one. Season two is going to happen fairly soon. Probably going to start it in June. Still kicking around a few ideas, finalizing what's going to happen. But the first guest is going to be Andy Vasquez. So Andy Vasquez is quite popular in this channel. He has sponsored a lot of giveaway streams that we've had. We've had free booster box breaks here on the channel that have been sponsored by him. We've done Surging Sparks, Stellar Crown. We did Prismatic Evolutions and um, the Japanese equivalent. I forgot Terrestrial Festival EX. We literally just did that like last week. So Andy Vasquez is going to be the first guest for season two, episode one of the podcast series. It is yet to be named because I've yet to decide what the theme is going to be. It is not going to be Who Likes to Collect because it is going to be a different theme for season two. But just wanted to bring that up for Zach since he is loving these interview streams. Season two is not going to be quite so much like an interview stream. It's going to be a little more interactive, but we're still going to have a lot of guests on for season two, and there's going to be tons of fun, and there's going to be a little bit of fun also for you, the audience, because every episode of season two is going to end in a little giveaway. Season one, we didn't do any giveaways, but we are going to end this episode with a little giveaway. I'm going to go over the details at the very end. Of So once we're done with this, I'll go over the details. I don't want to give too much away just yet.
Nice.
And I do like how Javier, he likes it when I say that, Javier, how he asked would a premiere of Volume 3 at Card Party 3 be out of the question, because I do think that would be quite epic. That would be quite epic, don't you think?
That would be,
If
yeah.
if y'all can swing it, I'm just saying, if y'all can swing it. Dude, imagine opening day of Card Party when everyone is right there in the you know how there's always like that first big thing that everybody goes to that's like in one of the meeting halls or whatever,
Yeah.
and it always has like the song and like what's gonna happen and you see the schedule. Boom, with the ends of the galaxy, volume 3 for your pleasure. The crowd roars. It shakes and it thunders.
I'll just
Is
send
that an
this
earthquake?
clip to
No,
Pat. I'll
it's
be like,
fake.
hey, here's the pitch.
Dude, I would love it. If it happens, bravo.
You have to
Bravo, sir.
go there, and you have to go to see it. It's your idea. It was, well, it was JR's idea, but it was a collaborative idea.
All I can say is that I do have the time available. That's all I can say. like like I do have everything I need to travel and I do have the time available. I don't have tickets or accommodations though.
Ah,
Yeah.
so you have to buy them.
I
Card
see
party.
Poker Trainer KD just jumped into the chat. Yo, about to walk into work. Much love, my dudes. Poker Trainer KD, thank you so much. Enjoy your day at work. Poker Jack just said it would be epic. I think everybody here agrees. If you premiere that at Card Party 3, it would be epic. It would be quite
That
epic.
it would be. I agree.
So, Card Party 1, Card Party 2, both had a Guinness World Record attempt, right?
Hmm.
Did you get your participation thing from them?
Yes, yes, we bought ours not too long ago, and it's somewhere around here in a box, but it's well protected. But yeah, we got one for each card party.
So, tell me about the process of getting that because there are a lot of people that may have been there, like me included, who don't have them. So, just for us all to know, tell us what the process is like because I know Gonzo also got them as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. Gonzo was actually the reason why I got it because he posted it. I was like, "Oh, how'd you get that?" And he just told me, "You go on their website, and you can. There's like two things, two categories. Did you do it or did you participate in one? So you participated in one. So you click on that, and then it asks you, okay, what day did it fall on? You put the Saturday that it was, and then it shows you all the events that occurred that day. And you click on the one. I For the first year, it was uh, what was it for the first year?
It was
Oh,
the
how
most
many
packs open.
people? The Yeah, most packs open at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's not the exact wording, but you just look for that. You click on it, and then you put in you can put your name, you can put an image. So for us, I put Ian with Ian, and then our logo, and then you just pay, and then they ship it to you. So yeah, we paid.
There you go. That's pretty dope. I'm probably gonna get them pretty soon because I've thought about getting them so I could kind of have them in the backdrop like
Yeah,
for some of the videos. I think that would be pretty nice. I was there for the first one, and then the second one was how many people signed a card, right, and put it in the binder.
yeah. Signed a card and then
Yeah,
filled up a huge binder, like a Chad's Chad
yeah.
binder,
I
the
remember it was
Giga,
like
the Mega
Giga Chat.
Giga XY. I don't know, but it was a big binder.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that I thought honestly was one of the most exciting things about Card Party. Growing up, I was a big fan of the Guinness World Records show. They had a
Hmm.
show I remember when I was a little kid, and there was some amazing feats that you would see on there. So they had that. There was a book that I remember I would get as a little kid, and it had the Guinness World Records like for that year, and like it would show like pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also a museum, the Guinness World Record Museum in LA, which or it's LA or Hollywood. I think it's Hollywood actually, but
Hmm.
it's in that general area, which I've gone to in person, right? So
Hmm.
the first card party, when they're like, "Oh, there's going to be a Guinness World Record attempt. We're all going to be a part of it." It was just like, "Whoa, this is kind of like a dream come true," because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be a part of this. Like, I'm participating in it. Like, I thought that was one of the neatest things that they had.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Card parties, it's a load of fun. You've been there. You get to meet with other people. There's vendors where you can buy stuff, but then there's also events as well. So it's just, even though we've been there and this will be our third time, it's always a blast. I love interacting with the fans, meeting my friends and other content creators. It's always a
Mhm.
blast, regardless of the event. So, like, if you can make it out there, and this is for everyone listening to this, do try to make it out there. There's two card parties.
Yep.
East is in Tampa, Florida, June 27th through the 29th, so next month. And then there's another one, October 3rd through the 5th, but this time it's in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
Washington. So unfortunately, if you're smack dab in the middle of the country, it's the same either way. But if one's
Yeah.
more convenient than the other one, go to that one. They're going to be pretty much similar as far as I'm concerned. There might be minute details here and there, but it's going to be a blast regardless of which one you go to.
Okay. That's actually, I mean, that's one of the questions that I've heard people ask. And I mean, no one really had an answer for before. And I'm not saying that we have a direct answer for it, but like one of the questions asked is, will Card Party East be a lot different than Card Party Pacific Northwest? Like before, it's only been one,
Yeah,
and it was only one. So there wasn't anything like, oh, I missed out on meeting this person. Oh, I
yeah.
missed out on this event. Oh, I missed out on this. And before, like I just mentioned, there was the Guinness World Record attempt, right? So
hmm
now that there's a East and a Pacific Northwest, or I don't know if you guys call it like 3 and 3.5, or you just still refer to it as East Pacific Northwest. Like,
Yeah, all of that, I just go to the website because
yeah,
even I don't know. But the terminology that I've seen is like Card Party East and Card Party
and then
West.
yeah,
Yes. So I believe they dropped the three, but check the website.
yeah,
In
but
terms of the similarities and the differences between the two, completely opposite sides of the country. You have Tampa, great weather. It's by the bay, not a great area. We had a chance to go there last month in
mhm,
April, and that was a lot of fun. And then Seattle, which I've been to, a good creator friend of ours, just Josh and Coco PC, lives around
yes,
there,
he
and
was a guest
uh,
here.
yeah,
He was,
completely different vibe. So it's going to be different in just the city alone. In
mhm.
terms of the events, it'll be about the same, like the itinerary and the scheduling.
Okay,
I would imagine so. That way, like you don't want to feel cheated.
yeah,
Like if you go to one and you didn't go to the other, you're like, I should have gone to the other one. I think the team's doing the best to avoid that scenario. But again, things can happen. A creator that maybe you're looking forward to see attends one, but not the other. I mean, that can
yeah,
happen to any content creator, or someone just wants to go to the one that they're closest to. Oh, sorry. Um, so it's not going to be a one-to-one um, difference. What similarity? Oh, is that my computer? Yeah, let me take this really quick.
yeah, yeah. All right, we're gonna be in a brief pause here. Let me go ahead and take a little blinky blinky. Hope everybody at home or at work or on the go, wherever it may be, because YouTube is mobile. I hope you're all enjoying this podcast. I hope you're enjoying all of the um, information and all of the history we're learning from our guests today. Some of it I already know because some of it, like I said, some of his videos I've seen before. Some of these experiences, like Card Party 1, Card Party 2, I was there in person as well to experience. But for you, the viewers at home, we don't know what you have experienced yet. Some of you weren't there in Card Party. Some of you don't know Ian with Ian. So we have all of the big questions, all of the great stories lined up and ready to go. And again, I do hope everybody's enjoying the discussion. Let me go ahead and handle this blinky blinky. I do apologize also if there's a lot of noise outside. I didn't know they were gonna have the landscapers over today. And yeah, the landscapers arrived like slightly before we started this interview today. So what you're hearing is like the gardeners and stuff working out there. I'll ask Jack about the that 1 day grading for CGC. If anybody has any questions in chat, you could actually drop your questions below. Once Ian comes back, we'll have a little list of questions from chat for him if y'all like. Okay. Live chats. You're welcome, Jack. Jack, another great person that was here on the podcast before. She had an 18 plus episode, so you do have to watch it signed in with an account that shows you're 18 or older. This is for everybody. This disclosure for Jack's episode. It was a great episode. It was a long episode. One of the most difficult ones to honestly film, but one of the ones that I think everyone needs to give a watch to. So Jack ran away. That's Jack, Pokey Jack right there. Give that episode a watch. You could go through the podcast folder and you could scroll through the different podcast episodes and you'll come across her name. I like how you dropped that line at the right place at the right time, the song. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I had this right here. I feel this might be a good a time as any to go ahead and open this up. This is a little Tomy toy. It's kind of like the Tomy toy that I received from AMPM Pokemon. It's just a little different. It's a Charizard. And this one's made in Japan. This one's going to be a made in China one, I think. Or I think this one's made in Japan. Let me see. Actually, no. So I was wrong. I thought this one was made in Japan. The Gengar is made in China. So if the Gengar is made in China, I think it's going to be the same one as this one. Or was this one made in, yeah, because this one says made in China. So they're both going to be this like the same run. But there are some Tomy toys that are made in Japan. I think that's why I got confused. But yeah, so Gengar, the see-through Gengar, badass Gengar. We're going to have Charizard to join it now. Let me put him back over here in his little area. Gengar, go back where you belong. There we go. Thanks, Angie. Much appreciated. All right, here we go. This is no longer a sealed toy. Boom. It shows Tomy in the bottom with the little logo and the copyright and all that information. There we go. That is trash. Let's look at this first. Okay. So this is showing the different figurines they have, I think. Cool. There we go. All right, sounds good, Ian. Sounds good. So here we go. There you go. So that's the other side of that. All right. Let's get this little toy open. There we go. Ooh. All right. So it does say Tomy, made in China in the back. Okay. So I'm gonna guess that it might be a real one, because I was kind of concerned, and like I was like, I hope I didn't get a fake one. You know what I mean? Because I saw that there's a lot of fake Tomy toys, but this one has like it has the proper like logos and stuff. It's looking good, so I think it's a real one. I bought this one at the LA County Fair from a vendor. It's from the vendor I bought loose packs from. But yeah, the logos and stuff are right here. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get it to focus. There we go. So we now have a Charizard that is right here on our desk. Nice. Yeah, this is a menacing little Charizard. Going for the hits. Awesome. All right, let's freaking go. Where do I want to put it? Hmm. Ah, I found a spot. Perfect. There we go. All right, let's see. All right. I do see Ian with Ian said that CGC should be there, but I know that you're trying to see if they're going to do same day grading. Nice. They do next grading. Let's know if they're doing the same. PokeJack, for this year round, I think you contact them if you're a creator. I think there's a contact us section, and you could contact them as a content creator. Um, Somebody had asked 026 Gonzo recently, and I think it was in the Critical Hit podcast Discord server, and he basically said like you do reach out like so I think there's a way to contact them still on the website. Trainer Glenn said, "Be right back." All right, I'm
All
back.
right, I'm back.
Check this out. I opened up a little
Y-
toy, a
I
Tommy
saw
toy.
that you're showing off a Charizard booty.
Yeah. I got it at the LA County Fair. There was a vendor there who had a bunch of them and they had packs. So I bought
Yep.
a bunch of different packs from like different sets. I got that. But I was afraid that it was going to be like a fake because I heard
Hmm.
that Tommy has a lot of like counterfeits out there, but it looks real. So I'm like, okay, cool. Got me a nice little
Yeah.
Charizard. Yeah. Um,
Nice.
I know you answered PokeJack. CGC is they should be there. She
Yeah.
was asking though if they're gonna do same day grading like last year because I know they had like a certain amount that they took
Yeah.
in for same day grading.
I believe they're going to be doing on-site grading.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's
Yeah.
I checked the website yesterday. I know Beckett will be there. CGC, I believe CGC is doing
Mhm.
on-site grading.
Okay.
So yeah, check the website.
Do you know if PSA is gonna be there? They were there last year, correct? Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're a sponsor, but I don't know.
Oh,
I
then dang yeah. If they're a
again,
sponsor, then for sure.
website, website. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
scroll
yeah.
to the bottom. It's all
All
there.
right. Now going back to it, what was the last thing we left off on? Do you remember?
Uh,
Oh,
I forget.
whether you were saying any
Oh,
big
the
differences
similarities and
East
differences
West. Yeah,
between the
yeah,
two.
that's
Yeah.
that's what it was.
In terms of like the schedule of events, it'll pretty much be one to one, but like the differences are obviously location and people that attend.
And
So
time of the
even
year.
yeah, so like I know a lot of people are excited to meet people that they've met in chat. So not
Hmm.
necessarily creators, but fans. They love to meet other fans. They're like, oh, you're like PokeJack and Trainer Glenn. It's like, oh, like we've never met them, but and maybe they've never met, but then they're like, hey, oh, I'm Trainer Glenn, and it's such like it's hard to explain that emotion you get when you meet like a mod or someone in chat, and like what you get to put a
Yep.
face to the name. It's like what, whoa. So that's a lot of fun, but yeah, that's really the only difference between the two is that there might not be the same people at one compared to the other. So that's the only thing, especially like creators. So just keep tabs on the website. And even reach out to creators that you're really excited to meet and say, hey, do you plan on going to this card party? And if they say
Yeah.
no, now and say yes, because I don't know if the website's going to differentiate featured content creators per card party. It's just like an overall, here are the featured
Okay.
in general.
That
Yeah.
was my other question too. I was gonna ask you, should they just go to the featured content creator list, or is that gonna be like I was gonna basically ask, is there gonna be a different one for East versus West? But you
Yeah, there
kind of
may
just,
be.
you
I
know,
don't know,
it's up
but
in the
from
air
what I
kind
can tell, it's like it's just the
of.
general who's going to each one. Because I know the creators, they're being contacted per event that they're going to. So it's just based on what event the creator's going to.
Yeah. Also, this year they only have a featured content creator list, or do they also
Yeah.
have a separate attending content creator list?
If memory serves me right, I think it's only going to be a featured
Hmm.
content creator list. I think from the previous year, the attending creator list just got really, really big. There may
Yeah.
be something for attending creators, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm just a fountain of
Yeah.
information.
And then follow up question beyond
Right.
that, because you know how previously, I guess it doesn't really matter if there's featured or attending creators for this question, but in the previous year, like when there was, right? There
Yeah,
was a place like on the website where if you're a creator, let us know. And then you would like put it and they would contact you. And that's pretty much like one of the
yeah,
ways that one got on the featured or attending creators
yeah. And
list.
you'd get the badge that said creator on
Yeah.
it, or like the hat that said
Yeah.
creator.
Is that still like a thing this year? Like, do they still go through the website? Hey, I am a creator that's
Yeah, when
planning
you
to go to
purchase
the.
the tickets, you put, are you a fan, a content creator, things like that, just so they can note it on your ticket.
Okay, so it is something that once they purchase their ticket, it'll be one of the things it asks you. Okay,
Yeah,
so there isn't like another place they have to go to on the website after like a
yeah,
pre-registration per se.
yeah.
Okay, okay, because that was one of the questions, or that was one of the things we were talking about as well. So that's good. That clarifies that. Um, Let me see. I know I was missing something from earlier. All right.
Scalper badges, I'm not sure. That's just go to the vending area, I guess.
Mhm. Um, the proposal. Card Party 2.
Yeah,
That was one of the things that I mentioned in the description. That's one of the things I wanted to touch on. Let everybody know a little bit about that story because again, we did mention in the beginning there was a few of us that were present there. We did get to film it. It was 2,000 people in attendance that this proposal went down in front of.
yeah, yeah. So the proposal was going to happen that year. I just didn't know when and how.
Hmm.
And I believe when I was talking with the card party team and Pat and Dan,
I'm gonna plug in the laptop, but just continue. I'm gonna be on the
yeah,
other side.
and I just brought up the idea. It's like, oh, it'd be cool to propose. I just don't know how. Like somehow it came up in conversation, and they opened the door. So like, hey, that'd be cool if you did it on stage. And I was like, can I do it on stage? And then Pat was all for it. He's like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, let's do it. So that was cool. And as the months leading up to Card Party, well, actually that year, the missus had fallen and she had fractured her ankle, so she was in a wheelchair
Hmm.
and crutches leading up to Card Party. Do you hear a buzzing on my end?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's the repairman fixing our
Yeah,
shower. That was a
it's okay.
baby.
I had the gardeners outside.
You
It
had the
sounds like
Mars.
they finished.
Yeah, he came over here. And so we got into the planning of it, and luckily she recovered enough where she was able to walk on stage. But we did the whole planning of like, okay, how are we gonna get me on stage, and how are we gonna get her and the kids on stage?
Hmm.
And so kudos to Pat because he orchestrated like all the games and the giveaways so that it didn't
Yep.
seem out of place for people to come on stage and save me for last. I just didn't know that it was gonna be a lengthy event because it was a lengthy show that night. And
Yeah.
I texted everyone that night. I said, "Hey, it's gonna go down." So everyone was watching either your live stream or someone else's live stream. And then, they called me up in Little Ian. We did a little interview talk show portion, and then we did a giveaway part. Um, but it was already predetermined that Pat would call out Alina's name
Yeah.
as the giveaway winner. And I told her to sit up front because of her ankle. And I told her that, oh, Pat wants us to be on stage at some point because we're Ian with Ian and how we've grown as a channel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so we called Alina, and I'm on stage. I'm like, rigged. Wow, that's crazy. And so she came up on stage, and I just dropped the envelopes and then proposed right then and there. And she was caught completely off guard. The kids, even though the kids knew for months ahead of time, and kudos to them because they kept it sealed.
Yeah.
And I think one of them broke down in tears, and they were super happy. And so that was definitely a moment to remember for sure. So I heard it was a highlight of Card Party too. That's what happens when you don't pull big hits on stage compared to the first year. But it worked in my favor. So there won't be proposals for the third one, not that I know of, at least. So maybe I started a trend. Who knows? But
Well,
that's the
who
side of
knows?
life.
There might always be like another set of big news that are announced on stage because you're right. You might have started a new trend where now every year at every card party, announcement time. Earth shattering. You heard it first here, folks. Announcement time. It would be epic, dude. I could see it like being something good. Because even if you have two card parties a year, they're still separated by like half a year, right? In half
Yeah,
a year, something big happens. There's enough people there to where one person can save it for announcement time. It could be something.
nice.
Yeah. Cardboard Robot, big shout out to Cardboard Robot. He actually helped me with a grading submission recently. I submitted a
Nice.
few cards from 1994. They were for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Series 2 hobby set. And
Okay.
there's a chase card. Well, there's a set of 5 chase cards, and it's the 5 Ranger cards, and they have a gold foil stamp on it. They're called the Bio cards. They're extremely hard to get. It's like 2 booster boxes will give you a shot at getting one of them. I pulled an air pack once with the Pidgey Boys in one of their live streams, and
Yeah.
in one pack, I pulled the Red Ranger and the Pink Ranger with the gold stamp on it. So I have those, and I'm chasing the Yellow Ranger, the Black Ranger, and the Blue Ranger with the stamp. Um, After Card Party, I had a live stream in the summer, and CTR rated us. During this live stream that I got rated, somebody from his community sent a big donation over. They said that I was crushing it on YouTube. Keep it up. It was super positive. I used
Yeah.
that donation to get more of those Power Ranger packs, and I was opening them up while we were getting like other raids consecutively beyond that. And one of those packs, which again I got with the funds that came from that donation, I pulled a Red Ranger stamped card. So a copy. I
Yeah.
don't need a second copy. I need the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger.
Right.
When we pulled that card, I said, I'm going to get this card graded because it's extremely low pop. There was only 2 that were graded in the entire world through PSA. And I'm like, I'm going to get it graded and we're going to give it away when we hit 1,000 subs. Well, I sent
Nice.
that card to get graded with Cardboard Robot through PSA. And I also sent 2 Tommy the Green Ranger Power Ranger cards to get graded. And I sent 1 group Power Ranger card to get graded. All of the cards have already returned. For the group Power Ranger card, it came back a PSA 8. It is extremely low pop. I don't remember that one off the top of my head, but it was definitely under 10 for
Hmm.
the pop.
Yeah.
The Green Ranger, both of them came back 9s, and there's only 5 in the world. And I have 2
Nice.
of them. The Red Ranger came back a 7, the stamp one. They're extremely
Yeah.
hard to grade, by the way. And
Yeah.
it came back a 7, and it's the only one in the world. It's a pop 1. The other 2 that were graded, one's an 8, one's a 9. All 4 of these slabs, I'm gonna give away. I'm just working on getting to 1,000 subs. I'm at 910, so I'm like
Yeah.
90
I saw
away.
that.
We already have our watch hours. We're like over 5,000 watch hours. We just need to hit 1,000 subs so we can unlock ad monetization because we have memberships and super chats and all that, but we don't have
Hmm.
ad monetization. So I've been very upfront about it. I want to unlock ad monetization. It is going to help the channel. You know, whatever little ad monetization we do receive will all go back towards the channel. It'll help us get more equipment. It'll help us get different software once we have like a dedicated streaming computer. You know, like there's different things we can do with it. So we're on the road. I have all four slabs, and you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show those slabs to you. I have those slabs right here in front of me. But a big shout out goes to Cardboard Robot. He helped out with that entire submission, and he actually covered some of the cost for the Red Ranger slab. We actually got that one like sent back like quicker. Like we paid a little more to get that one done quicker because it's like the spiciest one of them all. It's the one that I was the most excited for. There we go. All right. So here is one of the Green Rangers.
Hmm.
This is a 9.
Nice.
Here is the second one. That's also a 9. And they're consecutive grades. So this one's 71 and this one's 72. So two consecutive graded 9s out of the 5 that are in population for a TCG set that's over 31 years old.
Would you be giving those away as a set or splitting them up and breaking
No.
the consecutive?
So I was going to split those up and break the consecutive. If I give them away as a set, it does take away one of the prizes because it was going to be 4 slabs, 4 giveaways, because we're going to open 4 booster boxes. After one booster box, do a slab. Another booster
Yeah.
box, do a slab. Um, like, because I thought about keeping them together because they're consecutive. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
just the fact that of what they are, like, I'm also kind of cool with splitting them up. I kind of wish I could keep one. I'm not gonna lie, but I did promise that I'm gonna give these away, and I'm gonna stick by my word. This is the Group Ranger one, the one that's the 8.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we are giving them both away. But I mean, you kind of did raise an interesting question with that. I'm not gonna lie, because they are consecutive, right?
Hmm.
And technically, if I give both of them away, somebody would control 40% of the entire population for those cards with those 2 consecutive graded cards alone. It's kind of big. I don't know. Damn, that I have to think of something else for the fourth giveaway if we do that. I mean, I could come up with something. Ian, I like your thinking. I like your thinking, buddy. I like how you think. This is the Red Ranger, the 7, and
Hmm.
the stamp. You see it at the bottom.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, Pokebright says, "What is the best advice for fellow Withian family stream channel that is only 3 live streams in, asking for a friend?" Just let's see. I don't want to give you advice that I know you've heard over and over because people give it over and over, and it's not wrong advice. It's just I know because I used to be 3 live streams in, and that was the advice I was given. Um, really look up YouTube videos on editing, live streaming, add something, whether it be like an overlay or music that makes your channel you. Like I said in the beginning, we did copy other people. We did duck races. We did Wheel of Names. We still do Wheel of Names, but we just call it the Wheel of Doom. And incorporate stuff that you like, even though it's not Pokemon. So like Wheel of Doom, I love Doom. I bought Doom. I love Doom. Is it Pokemon? No, but incorporate stuff that you like into your channel. I like Marvel. Is Marvel Pokemon? No, but we incorporated it in some way. So find something that you like. I know we all like something outside of Pokemon, but make it you. And that's what's going to differentiate your channel from everyone else's because we all do Pokemon. Pokemon is across the board. Right now with cards, like I didn't even realize I missed pre-release for Predestined Rivals. That's how out of it I am because it's hectic out there. And I'll get one I'll get one box of a product, shout out Slims Rips for stream or for the channel. And that's it. Like our collecting has dropped significantly because of how crazy it is
It
out
gets
there.
bad.
And we're shifting our channel more to entertainment stuff. Like we just want to make crazy videos that people like to watch and not necessarily do stuff because people want giveaways. We'll do them every now and then, but that's what I want to do. I want to make With the Ends of the Galaxies, but forever. So we'll see. But do what you like to do. Give away what you can. Don't feel pressure to give away more than you're comfortable with just because you see someone hit 1K and they gave away a whole booster box and you hit 1K and you're not comfortable doing a booster box, then do a pack, do a card. It doesn't matter because you will shine through your content, and people who are your, Pat likes to say, your vibe will attract your tribe. You're not going to please everyone. Everyone's going to have their trolls, their haters, their dislike button press pushers.
Yep.
It, it's whatever. Have fun doing it. Do you. Yeah, that's the advice that I have. Learn from the previous video. And when I know you mentioned live streams, but if you do video content, record it, edit it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Put it out there. You'll learn. You'll know what mistakes you made. People might let you know what mistakes you made, and you'll know the mistakes before anyone else does. And you may be the only one that noticed more mistakes than everyone else does. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. It happens. But that will actually keep you from making content is if you're too hard on yourself. So don't be too hard on yourself. Incorporate things that you like Baze is showing Power Rangers. Like we were supposed to talk about Pokemon. He's showing
Two
off
great
Power Rangers.
Rangers.
Loves Power
Because
Rangers.
Arbor Breaks says
So
Tommy. There's two consecutive graded nines for
Hot
the
Ones video
Tommies.
next with you. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do
Again,
spicy challenges anymore. Health is getting to me. But we'll
big
see. We'll see. I am a glutton for challenges.
big shout out again, Cardboard Robot. Thank you so much, brother, with helping me grade those cards, dude. I know they were a pain in the ass. But Ian, dude, I love that advice that you gave him because it's honestly good advice. It really is. Like I don't think there's a single thing that you said that was incorrect or that was wrong. It was perfect. You know what I mean? Like gracias. That was really really good
No, no,
advice right there.
of course. We all start at zero.
Hmm. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And how you said about giveaways, right? And only give
Yeah,
away what you're able to. Only give away what you can. I stand by that firmly. When I first started, I didn't give out anything on the channel. Like there was people that would ask for giveaways, and I'm like, I'm not a giveaway channel. Like I was just showcasing. You get me? Like when I first started, I didn't have it like that. With time, as the channel grows, sometimes you meet people and they're like, "Hey, I'm just gonna send you some stuff so you could continue running a few streams. Go ahead and just give it out." Like you come across people like that. I've come across people like that. Andy Vasquez, who's gonna be the first person who appears on season 2 of the podcast series, he's quite literally that. He is not a
yeah,
store. He is not a company. He is not an organization. He's just a dude. He came across the channel and he's like, Eddie, you're cool. He's like, you want to do a giveaway? He's like, what do you need? He's like, let's run a booster box. He's all like, how can I help? And I'll give him the shout out. I'll be like, this is an Andy Vasquez giveaway live stream. You get me? Like, he never asked for anything in return. You know what I mean? Like, and that just happened after being on for, I think, a year, almost 2 years, you know?
yeah,
So, how you said, it starts off with that first video. It starts off with you just running that video. Don't even worry about anything. It all comes with time. Run that first video. You're gonna like certain things. You're not gonna dislike certain things. Evolve from there. Run that second video, then that third video, and just keep
yeah,
running video after video after video. And eventually, your videos will reach the right audience. Your videos will connect with those people they're meant to connect with. If you don't receive something today, if you're not getting the viewership that you think you should get, if you're not receiving the memberships you think you should receive, just keep at it. Just keep working on your craft, finesse it, make it better, hone your skills in. And eventually, when it is your time, you will shine, you will excel, you will be viewed as that person that didn't just pop up out of nowhere and now he's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. You've been here. You're part of the community. You've been putting in that work and you have this history to show behind for it, because when you connect with those certain people, they're going to also be wondering, hey man, what's your previous content like? And they're going to want to see all those previous videos. They're going to want to see your history and how it's evolved, right? Just how you said your first video had a little bit of bird poop right there. Still there. It doesn't matter. It's your first video. You left it up there for your fans to go see, for them to be able to connect. And not just that, it's the memory that you created with little Ian, correct?
Yeah,
So it has that personal meaning, that personal attachment. And that's part of the beauty of being a content creator. When you're a content creator, it's not just, oh, I'm just doing this. It's like you're punching in and clocking out for a job. It's not like that. You're creating something, you're making something out of nothing. Kind of like this interview I'm having you with you here. These are questions that I'm asking you, questions that I thought about, questions that maybe they have never been asked before, maybe they have, but here right now on this channel they're being asked, and there's other people that may have never seen you and now they're gonna know. You get me? And it
yeah,
wouldn't be possible if I didn't think, hey, what if I hit up Ian and just go, hey man, I want to have you on and ask you a couple questions. You get me?
yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Out of nothing is created this intricate world, this beautiful video, this live stream that's out now in public and will forever be out there in the grand sphere of things. You know what I mean? It's like us becoming eternal out on the internet with this video, so to speak.
Sorry, CBR. Sorry.
CBR. So you should stop attacking other streamers. You do you, buddy. You keep doing you. I think people by now know how you are. uh, but yeah. So now one of the final things that I had here in the description for everything. Where does the road lead next for Ian with Ian? For you together with little Ian in the channel, and how you said you didn't want it just to be tied down to Pokemon. So, expand on that and expand on what your plans are in the short term and in the long term for the channel. Whatever you can share with us, of course.
Yeah. The future for the channel is we're release volume 3 of WithIans of the Galaxy. We do have a video that we shot with the family when we were out in Hawaii, so that will be after that. And then we'll probably have a video about Card Party, what people can anticipate. So that might be a good video for people who are still on the fence to
Good.
watch to finalize their decisions. So that's short term, and then we got Card Party in the summer, and then we're just gonna do. I want to do, like I said, I want to do with the Ends of the Galaxy, but with people that we all see and engage with almost on a daily basis, and that's with content creators.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in terms of Pokemon cards, because our collection has like died down a lot and our hunting has died down a lot, I don't want to keep making like hunting videos because they would feel ingenuous because we
Okay.
don't even do it off camera.
I get you.
And
Yeah. I get.
what was really exciting is Ian's been into Legos, and it's a load of fun to build Legos, and he's actually been um, experimenting with what's it called, stop motion animation and video making.
Oh.
And then with Pokemon announcing their Lego collaboration starting next year, which please be easy to get Lego sets. That just
Oh.
falls in line
Yeah.
perfectly. And I think that's going to be a nice, smooth segue into Legos because it's like, okay, Pokemon's making a set. Awesome. We don't need to get bootleg versions or, try to make a Pikachu out of Legos some way. They're going to make them. Cool. Great. So that way we're still with the community because I don't want to feel like we're abandoning community. There's like, all right, we got where we want to be and peace out. It's like, no, it's, yes, we work with Deep Pocket Monster. We're very close with that channel. But with Ian, it's the journey of father and son. We started as two. And through that, now we're five. And here's a little
Yep.
tidbit of trivia, which obviously this wasn't planned because Ian with Ian was created before our family grew to five, two families coming into one. But everyone's name in this family of five either starts with an I, A, or an N, which is Ian. So that's going to be some sort of way I can morph the channel. It'll still be Ian with Ian, but include the newcomers into it
What
as
about
well.
the Ians? And you just add an
No,
S? No.
So yeah, the future is. I mean, we're still going to be here, and we'll still be participating in the community, whether through our own means or with Pat. We'll still be in the card party realms and all that stuff, and still bring in entertainment to the masses because that's what we want to do. We want to entertain, make people laugh, give people a chance to escape from the stresses of everyday life. So that's what we
Mhm.
want to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How's it going, yo? Much appreciated having you drop by right now. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I look forward to seeing all that stuff. Referring to Legos, I've heard of certain Lego sets being scalped in the past, so it might be a little difficult to get our hands on those Pokemon Legos when they first come out. Lego has its own hype behind it as well. But Cardboard Robot did say, let me see. He said, I might be able to get Pokemon Legos through my distributors.
Oh,
So everybody, Cardboard Robot, one of my wonderful mods, please drop Cardboard Robot's link in the chat so anybody who decides they want to check out Cardboard Robot can indeed do so. If you would like to submit any cards for grading, I want you to know that I submitted 4 and I'm happy with my results, so I would definitely recommend Cardboard Robot for anybody's grading needs. He has submitted through PSA. I don't know which other grading companies he'll submit with, so I do ask you to direct those questions to Cardboard Robot. Also, he does run Rip and Ship services through his channel, so if you check him out right here on YouTube, maybe you'll be able to check out some of his previous videos and see some of the heat that's been pulled on stream. I know that there's One Piece and Pokemon that people love in his channel, so definitely give it a little look. Cardboard Robot again is a friend of the channel. I have met him in person, so I do actually know the guy, and he has the Bays stamp of approval. um, but yeah, Ian, I can't think of any other questions right now that come to the top of my head for this interview. Well, actually, there is one. Now it's going to take us away from everything we've been talking about, but it's still related to you. Final question of the evening, okay? And this is the last one. Besides Pokemon, we now know that you liked Yu-Gi-Oh, right? What other things do you like to collect? And it could be anything, right? There's plushies,
yeah,
you can collect cars, you can collect tools. I don't know. You could collect uh spoons from different states when you go as souvenirs.
yeah.
Anything, no matter how strange. Tell us about the wide assortment of Ian and his collecting hobby.
See, I don't really have a massive collection of things, but I do like to collect the little magnet from when I travel. It
Ooh.
used to be mugs, but then we ran out of space, and quickly realized that I am still traveling and don't have room for all those mugs.
Hmm.
So I downgraded to magnets. So right now our fridge is like full of magnets
Nice.
that I've collected from all the places I've traveled. Other than that, I really don't like to hold on to stuff. So
Oh, that hurt my little heart.
no, I don't like to collect. Well, I like to collect those magnets, but other than that, if something's cool like Iron Man stuff, but like to me,
Oh.
it's like okay, some Jolteon stuff. I'll get gifted Jolteon plushies. Love those things, but I'm not out to collect every single Jolteon plushie. But like if things catch my eye, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I might grab it or pick it up. But I really don't have a collection outside. I do like to collect the pack arts for Pokemon cards, and I have a
Okay.
specific rule. I can only keep one artwork from every set. And
Ooh.
sometimes there are sets that are really challenging because there's two artworks of pack arts that I really like. But my
Mhm.
rule is I can only collect one. So I have a little tray of, and they're all open, so it's not like they're sealed, but of pack arts from as many sets I've been able to collect. I'm still missing a ton, especially from like XY and all
Okay.
the Diamond and Pearl, like all the sets that I skipped from fifth grade
Yeah.
to 25th anniversary. So that's quite a chunk.
For those, are you only collecting stuff that you opened and it has to be a pack art for one that you opened? Or are you taking donations if people want to submit their pack arts?
That's a very good question. Wherever I can find it, I found a base set Charizard pack art at Card Party, and it was just chilling there. And I'm like, ooh, yay! I didn't have to buy a base set pack art.
That is
So
nuts. It was just someone just
it was just yeah, because they'll be in the lobby. Oh, watch, I get a message. You stole my base set Charizard pack art.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the lobby at Card Party, there'd be people ripping packs. So you just see packs uh, all over the floor, just empty, ripped
Right.
pack arts and all that. So I found a few base set ones. I'm like, oh, looky, oh, finders
Oh,
keepers.
do you
So
have?
no, I don't necessarily have to rip it to keep it. It can be. I know Control Out Bob has donated some
Mhm.
packs. Yeah, so it's if I can find it, I'm gonna keep it. So
Okay. On your Discord server, do you have a list of what you need? Because I see Yoav in chat. I might have
yeah,
some to give you, Ian. I will send you pics
hey,
on Discord.
yeah, I can take a picture of what I have, and I appreciate anyone that's like willing to give us stuff. It's
Hmm.
amazing. But I don't have a channel on Discord that's like, hey, this is what we're missing because we're not actively seeking out. But you know,
Okay.
if it's beneficial for someone and they want to help us out, yeah, that might be something
Yeah.
to do.
This community is great. I know that usually the community gets together, they band together, and they like to help us achieve our goals. If
Yeah,
you would love to have one pack art out of each set, I'm pretty sure that some of these people out here in the community would be more than grateful to send something over. You do have a
right.
PO box, correct? That you
Yes.
that you list. Okay, so you do have
Yeah.
a publicly available PO box that you list. Yeah, so
Hmm.
anybody that's interested, again, you got to check out Ian with Ian. You got to check out his channel. You got to check out his Discord. You're also on Instagram or
Yes.
no? Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram. Ian with Ian.
Okay. There we go. So all that's covering all three. Am I missing any other social
Nope.
media
YouTube,
accounts?
Instagram, and then the Discord.
All right. So no TikTok, even though little Ian is a part of this. I'm just saying the little ones usually love the TikToks.
No, no, the little ones don't have social media accounts.
Okay, that's
They'll be on
good.
YouTube and all that, but it's all supervised and all that
That's
stuff. So
good. That's
yeah,
that's very good. That's very good because it gets wild out there. But yeah,
yeah,
I'm not on TikTok myself, but I do know that the younger crowd they love TikTok, so I always ask. Um, yeah, dude. Again, I don't think I have any other questions besides this. You were a wonderful guest to have on. Quite
thank you.
literally got through everything I had planned on the itinerary for today. Is there anything you would like to add? Any last message to anybody out in the chat, to the future viewers? Because remember, this will be a VOD later once it
Right.
gets re-uploaded.
Yeah, check out our channel. With the end of the galaxy, I think that's going to be the direction that we're going with the channel. That more of entertainment, like mini movies. And
Ooh.
card.party. Check it out. If you can go
Mhm.
to one, that'd be great. Love to meet anyone and everyone. And also, Pat is also coming out with a book called Lean Learning. It comes out June 3rd. Yes, this is a
Mhm.
plug for that. Check it out as well. You know, I know he'll be giving those out at Card Party as well. So, yeah, I'll end it off with that. Check out Card Party. Check us out. We'll be hitting the ground running here shortly once I find that hard drive.
All right, awesome, awesome. I truly, truly hope that you find that hard drive fairly soon, within the next
Yeah,
week or
it's
two.
somewhere.
Because
It's
yeah,
in a box.
we're in the tail end of May, so I really hope like right before June hits, boom, it drops. I'll be so excited. I'll scream for joy as I play it on the television because yes, it deserves to be seen on the big screen and not just your phone, everybody. Make sure you watch it on the television so you see it all in its big grandiose glory. Again, Ian with Ian, thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming here on the channel today. This has been the final episode of Who Likes to Collect. Again, this was season one. Season two will return, hopefully in June. I will let everybody know and I will keep you posted. I absolutely loved having guests on to this channel and this vertical streaming. I got used to it now. Again, we're going to say goodbye. Let's do it in Ian with Ian fashion. Can you teach everybody how to properly do the schoolboy salute, please?
Okay, you're gonna take a pointer finger. Doesn't matter left or right hand. Point to your, touch your nose, tip of your nose, and then a
Mhm.
peace sign. That's it. That's how you do it.
Peace out, everybody. Catch you on the
Later,
next one.
everyone. It's a pleasure, Race.
Thank you.